Welcome back. True news. A lot of people sitting there wondering, where is it to go after Ricky Gervais?
Nowhere. Stop.
Nah.
Oh.
Carry on. Do you know what I mean? Keep churning out the quality content. You've not seen the video yet. If you're new here, you may think that's absolute shit, mate. But subscribe now.
That's another
so
channel.
that you don't find out more hijinks and witty banter.
In many ways, that is a metaphor for the channel. You're the can. The table is the audience.
No,
you're just spilling everywhere.
Whatever.
Aren't you?
Spilling all over you lot.
Yeah. Probably parents watching this over their kids' shoulders going, should you really be watching that?
Nah, it's fine. Just let them subscribe, Mum.
That man looks like he's resting on his laurels.
Oh, he's resting on his... Yes, I am resting on my fucking laurels. Better than all of the UK podcasters.
Proportionally.
I've made a fucking news show that shits on PewDiePie. What, you surprised? Oh, you can't say that. I've just said it. Dislike the video. Do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
It's all engagement.
Best YouTuber in the UK. You're looking at him. Fuck everyone else.
Different.
Did I go too far there?
No, I don't think so. Different, though. Very different to what we used to.
So a while back, I got a DM on Instagram linking me to the Instagram page of this woman, Terri Murray. Not that woman, that's an advert. He did not fuck her.
As far as we know.
You might not have fucked the other one.
Yes.
So this is them on a night out.
That's
and
lovely.
on the Instagram profile, which is now private, annoyingly, she shared a picture, I think a day later, and I want to say along the lines of something with wearing his shirt, saying...
This one?
Yeah.
Right.
Saying it looks much better on me than the bedroom floor. So anyway, 9 months later, this girl had a baby, supposedly, and she believes that he's the father. I was linked to Instagram stories saying conversation between these two where she's saying, look, it's yours. He's going, you're mad fucking... You know what I mean? It's not
You're mad as a box of frogs.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, he's denying it.
Does the baby look like him? A little bit. I mean, it does look a little bit like him.
It looks like every Caucasian male in Ireland, though, doesn't it?
Can't deny it.
Or England.
It's white. Aww.
She is a good-looking lass.
Is she?
There
she is.
That was the view.
I mean, Conor can't deny it now. My big question, who took the picture if he wasn't there with her? If you look very far in the background, if we zoom in here, that's Conor McGregor on a boat.
Can you move down a bit?
Sure.
People have been complaining about me looking at women's arses, objectifying them. And to those people I say, get off the fucking video if you don't like your little bitch. Yeah. She said... I don't want his money. I just want to... Yeah. Me neither. I just want to prove he is Clodagh. She given her an Irish
Clodagh,
name.
yeah.
It doesn't look like me. Oh, it's got an Irish name, so...
What do you call it?
It's got your hat. You calling her a liar? This is when he went to see the Grand National, and there was a lot of riding done that night. Am I right?
Probably. I mean, jockeys do often ride home. Yeah.
Moving up. Last May, Terri filed an initial inquiry form for child maintenance. Well, she didn't want his money, but... Never mind. Naming McGregor as the respondent. In July, she got 2 more forms to fill in and has yet to do so. Terri says she's decided to tell her story as she felt she had nowhere else to turn. She said, I'm still thinking I shouldn't do this. It is wrong, but it's got to the point I'm living with my mum on my own with no job, with a baby. I'm struggling. It's harder than I thought it was. Oh, you do feel sorry for her, don't you?
You do.
If you fuck a guy on a night out, let's just say it's any random guy.
Right. I mean, we've all done it.
And you get pregnant and you decide to keep the baby.
Right.
Are you at that point making a judgment call for your own life that you then have to live with? Or just because you want to keep the baby, should the guy then be forced to be... in the baby's life, be the dad, yada, yada, yada.
If he made the decision to have sex with her, then you have to be willing to go with every outcome of that.
Do the crime, do the time.
I mean, it's not really a crime, and it's not really the time.
His words, not mine.
I'd say if you're willing to have sex, be willing to have a child.
Oh, you hear that, lads? Judge McKenna has ruled in favour of Terri Murray. If, in fact, it is his baby.
Human life is a serious thing. What you're thinking that he doesn't want to get caught. Surely if Conor McGregor is the dad of a child, he wants to know.
One thing she said here is she wanted to sort it out privately.
Right.
And I don't know why he let me come to this. I was notified of this months ago.
Months.
So I'm sure if I was notified about it months ago, he was notified about it at least a year ago.
Right.
He has had the chance to come and do a DNA test. However, I
don't recommend it.
This picture isn't good.
He was just helping.
Look at where his hand is. Oh, naughty, notorious McGregor.
I'm only going to say this, and I think this is what we will all take from this story. You look great in that shirt.
Can I just say, Conor, if you're watching, fucking love that shirt. Who would you say are the most famous pop star / athlete men on the planet? You say Ronaldo would be one of them.
LeBron James.
All
LeBron
right.
James is one.
And McGregor would probably be in the top 3.
Big.
You're letting a girl take a photo like that with your hand there. I just don't think it's the smartest thing he's ever done. But he's human. Boys will be boys.
Fighters will be fighters.
Conor McGregor is a man who gets in a cage and beats the fuck out of other men for a living. Are we actually going to act surprised when the man wants to fuck women and get off his tits? He's a wild motherfucker.
I'll say that
this is going to happen.
I mean, to be fair, for someone who doesn't want the attention, she's sure given the press a lot of shots. That's when the baby's tapping. She's got the baby in a sharpshooter.
He put his arm around me and walked me into the bedroom, and in the room, she'd asked for a photo. He turned around and goes, "Baby, I'll give you a whole movie. Never mind a picture."
Now,
if he did actually say that, that is fucking funny. If you did it, you got to look after the baby. Simple as.
Do you let the baby in your life? Do you? Because everyone's going to know.
Yeah.
She's made it so public that child now can't go to school and go, right, let's talk about our parents. What does your daddy do? Well, my daddy's away on an oil rig. No, your daddy's getting his face beaten off. Like, that child will always now live with the idea that Conor McGregor could be the baby's father.
Let's get this DNA test done, Conor. Come on, let's do the right thing.
The person I feel most sorry for, the baby.
Everyone's been asking for a football channel by True Geordie. The kick-off, the links in the description below. If you loved all my old Newcastle rants, the football hangover, all of that, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, it's like, well, what have you been asking for then? Don't be a fucking hypocrite. Sorry, please do. So, for those who don't know, Liam Neeson said some bad shit. Play the clip.
I'm not going to use any names, but I was away and I came back and she told me she had been raped, and she handled the situation of the rape in the most extraordinary way. I asked, did she know who it was? No. What colour were they? She said it was a black person. I went up and down areas with a cosh, hoping I'd be approached by somebody. I'm ashamed to say that. And I did it for maybe a week, hoping some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something, so that I could kill him. It was horrible when I think back, but I did that, and I've never admitted that to it. I'm saying it to a journalist. God forbid.
Holy shit. I get the feeling Tom Bateman doesn't quite know what to do in this
That
situation.
journalist is probably going ding, 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 because the journals love a scoop.
He wanted to, basically, to boil it down, he wanted to kill or injure a black person because he heard that one of his friends was raped by a black person.
I don't think a racist person would come out and say, yeah, I can't believe I had that thought, how horrible, I should never have thought that, if they still held those views. So in that respect, I don't believe Liam Neeson is a racist, and I hope that what he's come out and said will then encourage others to look at their own views and think, well, is there any logic in what I'm thinking? Because one of my friends had a bad experience with someone who was this religion or that colour of skin, therefore should I tar everyone with the same brush? I hope that that's what comes of it, but that isn't always how people are going to take this, and that's why Liam Neeson has to be, at his age and his position, much more sensible with the shit he comes out with. In admitting that he had a racist thought, he's then made the whole black community who happen to know of him and be fans of his, and I'm sure there's plenty of them because he makes some fucking good movies, someone that they look up to and admire would have wanted to do something like that to them just because of the colour of their skin. They don't need to know that. You should be smart enough at this point to hold back. We had Gervais on.
Yeah.
When Gervais said, when I do a joke, it's fucking bulletproof. Well, when you talk about race, it better be bulletproof.
If this man, which is Liam Neeson, felt bulletproof enough to be able to say that, he probably believes that he is trying to help in some way, or in some way be a catalyst for an idea of change.
After he'd stated the initial views about black people and how he felt at that moment, he should have dug deep and poured his heart on. I can't believe I thought that. It was a terrible thing to think. I should never have thought that. What a stupid thing to think. And that's why everyone now, you can't go out there and think these things about the colour of someone's skin. But he didn't. I watched an interview with him a day or two later with a black woman who gave him the forum, gave him the platform to talk, and he still didn't nip it in the bud. And I'm watching him thinking, I don't think you're a bad guy, but man, you might not be the brightest. I thought he was a lot smarter than what he was. He leaves himself wide open to be shot out in a second interview. I'm thinking, you fucked the first one. If someone wanted to annihilate him in an interview, if he sat here in front of me, he'd need more than a set of skills. I'd fucking own the cunt.
If he had have wrapped it off with a nice little bow, which is a very difficult story to do because actually there's so many different threads there, you can't really wrap that story up nicely. There are a lot of people who would have taken this story and run with it, no matter how he told the story.
Agreed. In future, this motherfucker needs to think before he speaks.
I don't know if this motherfucker is going to be thinking or speaking much more in the future.
Just rehearse the lines, Liam.
I was interested in what John Barnes said. I think John Barnes went a little far saying he deserves a medal, but I was interested to see that John Barnes was basically saying this man's trying to start a dialogue and we are deliberately misinterpreting what he is saying.
I think John Barnes, he knows Liam Neeson is not meaning to make things worse and that he's trying to admit a wrongdoing in order to encourage people to not do the same thing. However, I can't sit there and be like, what he said was fine, because it wasn't. And credit to John Barnes for being a good bloke to speak on this sort of thing, but I'm not going to say he deserves a fucking medal for it.
Over the last week, Emiliano Sala, the footballer in France, who'd taken the plane and sadly died in a plane crash. What I have found difficult, the amount of people who paid no attention to him before, then hashtagging things like RIP and tragic what has happened. I understand people can be sad about things. I'm not trying to take away from that. But what does annoy me is when people who never would have paid attention to it in the first place, all these kind of things, they want to be those guys who go, this is tragic. We could definitely get some followers off this. This is really fucking sad. RIP Salah. Why is it that your news organisation and the individuals within your news organisation go, that's getting a lot of clicks, we should RIP that? That to me is sick.
It's not a happy week, this, is it?
I feel like the news cycle goes up and down, and this week...
Fucking miserable, this one, isn't it? Sorry, everyone.
Life is full of peaks and troughs. You don't know you're on a peak until you're coming down. You don't know you're in a trough until you're coming out.
Do you know who said that? Who? David Brent. Ricky Gervais played him. And we just had a podcast with him. So our week was good, wasn't it?
Respect the podcast.
Yeah. In more positive news...
Right.
Search R. Kelly.
How is this going to be positive?
Fucking miserable.
How is this going to be positive?
So fucking miserable.
R. Kelly's studio looks fucking incredible.
That's because it's not a studio, Lawrence. It's
Love
a
shack.
sex den, basically.
Right.
Anyone who's seen the documentary, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but holy fucking hell. Have you seen the first episode?
Pretty damning, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh man, he is an abusive person. If 1 or 2 people come forward, you can argue that. Man, there is an army of women there like, he destroyed me.
TMZ have got this to say. R. Kelly wants back into his studio and he wants to work late night hours. I'm sorry, Richard.
It's Robert.
I'm sorry, Ricky. The reason you're on curfew is because you're not allowed to do things at night time. What? Can I just say this? For a recording studio, there's not much recording stuff.
No, literally, there's like a piano there, just in case the feds come.
Yeah. Do you hear that? What is that? That's police at the door. Go over to the piano. I don't see nothing wrong.
Honestly.
Wrong. Sing along now.
He's being asked to have his studio available to him in the late night hours because apparently they've said he has to be out by 5 or whatever.
Yeah, 5 p.m. He's got it from 9 till 5.
I don't get creative until late.
It's also the audacity that when you're being accused of such serious things and you look pretty much bang to rights, you're going, I still need to be able to write my songs. It's like, you do not understand now. You are fucked. Yeah. Like forever. When everyone finds out the farmer has been shitting in the milk, they don't want the milk no more.
Remember, Michael Jackson got accused a lot. One hit, boom, back on top.
It annoys me.
Rock your world, you did, and everything.
Stop singing him. That's probably the worst thing you could do.
Tell me about Ja Rule.
Ja Rule's fucked because Ja Rule was part of the con, which was Firefest. And it was an island full of middle-class rich people who have been tricked by this guy.
Because of YouTubers taking money to say, come to our party, guys.
And famous models.
How come I didn't get that money?
No one wants to go to an island alone with you. Billy McFarland and Ja Rule are going to have to scrounge together about $3 million to pay back an investment company that got screwed. Right. So basically, all the people now, I'm pretty sure this guy knew this Billy McFarland guy.
Billy McFarland's the little motherfucker who fucked everyone, isn't he?
He knew, basically, that at some point people would come running for him. And he knew that if he attached himself to someone big, then that big person would likely take some of the fall with him.
There's a word for people like Ja Rule here. Lightning rod. You hold them up, the lightning hits them, and you just walk on.
But having said that,
what was your favourite Ja Rule song? Ironically, mine was with R. Kelly.
Which one?
It was called Wonderful.
To everybody that be living it up, said what?
Yeah.
That in a bar,
what
if you do, and everyone in the bar would go, oh, it's so good, because it was a banger.
The media says, Jones made his fortune on Sandy Hook. He's talking about everything. I'm sick of talking about Sandy Hook.
You would be sick of talking about Sandy Hook because you accused the people involved in the deaths of their children as being actors. So you probably don't want to bring that up, do you, Alex?
Plungers are even there, like, because I'm clear to fire, dude. Jesus, who you hate so much, said, Jesus told me to destroy Joe Rogan.
Jesus told me destroy Joe Rogan.
Sounds like a classic Jesus thing to say.
He told me the same thing. He said, start your own podcast, right?
Yeah.
Go after him.
Jesus told me to go and get lunch.
See, Joe, you're in the pretend Hollywood world. I'm in the big boy world.
That's what all the big boys say. Welcome to the big boy world.
I know when I'm dealing with an informed adult, that's usually the terminology that they use.
Guys, we are here for this meeting today. Can I just say this is a big boy meeting for everyone in here?
Big boys only.
Big boys only at this table because this is a big boy table.
Pull him up by his back legs and slit his throat.
Destroy him! Because if he destroys Rogan, then I can just assume position. Sure, Geordie, the real winner.
You want to be friends with Alex Jones?
No.
You sick fuck!
I would pay good money to watch Joe Rogan in real life, kick Alex Jones in the gut, watch him on the floor just holding it, and then Joe just puts their arms around his throat, chokes him out and goes, what are you going to destroy, bitch? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to do nothing! Abducted in plain sight. Have you seen that documentary on Netflix?
No, I sort of skipped over it because it seemed a little bit shit, but it looked interesting.
A dad, they like sort of live next door, like they're sort of neighbours type shit, pops round and leaves a little fruit basket.
Oh.
Spent a bit of time with the neighbours lately, had a good time,
Yeah.
just to make the neighbours really love him. So the whole time he's got his eyes on the daughter, who's like 12 or something like that.
Right.
So the way he finds to get in the family and make sure that he's got access to the kid at all times, as he makes the parents fall in love with him. He has a gay relationship with the dad and he fucks the wife. And then eventually he fucks the daughter as well. It was mental. But the way he gets the daughter to not unravel and admit what's going on, as he plays recordings of his voice that's been all distorted and convinces her in some caravan or whatever
It's an alien.
that she's it's aliens and that they've got a mission to have babies for a alien planet that needs a baby and she's an alien. I've never been more gobsmacked watching a documentary ever. I was like, it's that one. I really don't like this, but I just have to show you it.
I think you have a fear of heights. These videos particularly freak you out.
I really don't like that. It's not just height. You're dicing with fucking death. Look at this shit. Because I know when I'm about to die, I like to make sure I've got my little handshake in. That's the last thing he might ever do. Are you mental, son? Honestly, all it takes is for one of those fucking pipes to be rotted and you're dead. Look at that is fucking nuts. One of those pipes. Oh, that's bad. That is horrible. That is horrible. What are you... Dude. Just latch himself off on something, you know what I mean?
Well, no one's watching that. Watch Nightscape as he climbs over a building attached to it. Here we go, Brian. Here's an uplifting story for a little man in Colorado.
Oh shit, I heard about this.
Colorado runner kills mountain lion with his bare hands after it attacks him. The runner apparently sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries in the attack. Despite his wounds, he managed to run out of the park and get to hospital for treatment. And the lion was killed as the victim defended himself.
Oh, he must be a motherfucker, this guy.
In terms of wild things that happen, this man will possibly dine out on this for the rest of his life.
Oh, mate, he's getting some pussy out of this at least.
Fountain mountain lions, fighting all of them all the time.
A mountain lion attacked me, but I told it, I looked it dead in the eye and I said,
Not today, mountain lion. He went, roar. I said, no.
I'm not ready to die today, mountain lion. You better know when you fuck with me, you fucking with the best.
You imagine the mountain lion was like, World Star! And he was like,
little boy.
Not today, motherfucker. Because the mountain lion's going, what's this? Getting him. Rawr! And his mates are going, fucking it seems to be equaling out in some way. Oh my, Jimmy! Fucking hide. He's coming for us. And Jimmy, the mountain lion's dead. Let's just take a moment.
We've got a hashtag, R.I.P. Jimmy the Mountain Lion.
Yeah. Very sad this week. Big death.
Get on that. 3 slides at least. 3 stories at least.
Hello there guys, my name is Come to Get Your Plays and today we are doing a Minecraft Stadium tutorial.
Yes, you heard right, Brian. A Minecraft Stadium tutorial. Fuck me.
Oh, he's got...
Oh my god, how is he made all these? Fucking hell, look at that.
Can we employ him? Because the man is showing more dedication than most people.
This has to be an EXO video.
Can I see the finished article? Or?
Episode 7. This kid has stretched it out more than a Netflix series. Episode 8. I mean, what is this fucking kid talking about for 2 hours in episode 13?
14.
Let me just see.
This is like a podcast.
I don't do the same things as the other YouTubers.
No fucking.
In a league of his own. In a league of his own, really.
I might like to mix it up because it's the way I do it, but...
He says 13 episodes into
Well, no,
a
because
Minecraft building Old Trafford
when he
episode.
says mix it up, those are the lower tier.
Yeah,
East
there's the upper
Stad.
tier. Yeah, still got the roof to go.
Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
The only thing I was dedicated on at that age was my porn collection and favouriting all the pages.
I mean,
I've never seen nothing like this.
I can't say I've ever seen someone else show so much dedication to something so meaningless.
This is magnificent.
This all looks He's even got the fucking Adidas logos in the Adidas. If you're watching this, send him a pair of boots or something. 42.
Amazing. Look at this. If I had his dedication, I'd have 10 million subscribers.
You'd have more. You would own YouTube. Yeah. You would be YouTube.
The vote closes, and then I'll do download links, and then all that good jazz.
Jazz fan.
All that good jazz.
Oh, wow. Loves his jazz. You will know, Brian, last week, having watched it, right, the Super Bowl was concluded. However,
conclusively shit.
I enjoyed it, thanks. Mr. Crafty, the guy who owns the Patriots, right, wanted to give some of the players cigars. These are the celebrations. This is Kraft, Mr. Kraft, the guy who owns the Patriots, right? These cigars, 50 years old. This is the way that billionaires live. I just want to know, have you ever smoked a cigar?
No.
Why? You look like the kind of guy who at some point in his life should have smoked a cigar.
I'd like to try a cigar.
Yeah.
Should we do that sometime?
Should we go? If there's a cigar guy in London, let us know. We'll come along. I want to just, taste a cigar, see what it's like.
I just wanted to further demonstrate that Americans get better education than the UK. It's just mental, isn't it?
What education is this kid getting?
That is a teacher. Imagine that being your teacher. How the fuck are you concentrating? She looks like she should be in a rap video, though, doesn't she? Bouncing that ass. Just a shout out to all the pig lovers out there. Pigs don't give a fuck about you. 56-year-old woman has been eaten by pigs after collapsing in their pen. She was alive at the time.
They're Russian pigs, though.
That's not be piggish. Husband found the body. Oh, that must have been a fucking... Oh. Apparently, the husband had gone to bed early the night before as he was feeling unwell and woke to find his wife missing. I'm starting to think a likely story.
Yeah.
Didn't think to check if your wife was coming to bed. Nah, I'll check her in the morning.
Yeah.
Check her in the morning. Where did I last see her? Oh, the pig pen. Oh, try the pig. I think he might have fucking killed her, Banged her over the head, dunked her in the fucking pig pen and let them have a go.
Yeah. I'm not having a go at Pepsi. In an age when honesty is key, right, and everything you want to see online is real, why are they doing an advert where it's clearly not real? Mo Salah shoots a football through a tyre. That ball's allegedly real. This ball now I think you can see is not real. That was not a realistic flight of the ball. That wasn't real. Not real.
Why not?
It's just not. I don't quite understand why in this generation we believe this stuff. When we knew you could first do it, it's this handheld camera thing as well that they do. It just pisses me off.
Con, come and have a look at this. Does this look fake to you?
So now he does this thing where he does a load of kick-ups.
Oh, that doesn't look real.
No, that isn't real.
Nah, that's fake.
How do you know it's fake?
You can just tell.
The way the ball moves when he's...
Physics there.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Home of Football on YouTube.
Subscribe.
The Kickoff.
Yep.
The link's in the description below. Thanks for that. Bit of a miserable week. Hopefully it'll be better next week.
Why do you keep bringing all these miserable stories along?
Life. It's just the way of the world out there. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.